Okay, so to set up the game, we're going to do that. We place the top card in the location. Bam. We're just going to throw it over there. And then we're going to flip it. So spawning a walker. And we have to place it so the walker is beside the location. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that's pretty clear. So now we're going to play it the exact same way, except that when walkers spawn, the walkers have to be placed beside the location, if possible. If not, then we have a problem. So this is why this was coming across way too easy. All right, now we're back in action. So we have a symbol. Let's try and surround it, or we can place another location by doing an explore. So now to explore, it says, place the top card adjacent to one or more occupants on the map. So occupants, it could be anything. So it doesn't have to be a walker. So I could do this. And let's do this. I kind of like that. Okay. Now, this is great. We have a person. We're not going to use them because they are going to, in fact, flip to be this. Now, because it's a walker that has spawned, I have to put the walker adjacent to the location in this way. Okay. So do you all see where I made my mistake? I was trying to place them. Oh, this is a person. No, it has to be a walker that is spawned, so a walker touches the location. So just in case anyone's coming back to look at this, that is what is supposed to happen. All right, so that is an explore action. If I decide to do an occupy, I would flip it, and then I have to spawn it on any available location. But again, a walker has to touch. Okay. And actually, that's interesting. No, I apologize. That is wrong. It says flip the top card and on its occupant side and place it adjacent to one or more locations. So, yeah, okay. Doesn't specifically say that it has to be a walker. Just says to flip it and then try to place it. Okay. Well, let's see. What's Evil Turnip saying? My wife and I would watch the show and she would hide behind a pillow during the really scary scenes. We also kind of stopped watching midway through the season with Negan. Right? What is it with that? And it's literally, I didn't just stop watching. It's exactly what you just said. It was like partway through. Like, what is it that made us want to stop watching it? I can't figure it out. And Deadpan, there still needs to be believability with an established fictional world. Adding dragons would be dumb. Not having a general human common sense is dumb. No, and you're very true in saying that. Like, even though the show is unbelievable or whatever it is, it's like, yeah, it's not real. It still has to make sense for that world. I 100% agree with you on this. And sometimes you watch show and you're like, yeah, I know there are dragons in this, but like, you know, why is there an ice cream truck here? Like, yes. And I know that sounds silly, but 100%. But I do ask the question, for those who stopped watching when the whole Negan thing happened, and let's be clear, I love the actor that played Negan. He's great. I love Supernatural. He was in Supernatural and a few other shows. What was it that turned you off? Like, I don't know. It was weird. Okay, so now it looks like for me to do an explore, I can put this out on any. So I don't know. I kind of want to, if I put it here, I could do a look to see what's coming up. That might actually, that look action now becomes a little bit better. So I could do this. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's do that. Oh no, I'm so sad. There's a +2 there. I have to give up. But we spawn this lovely card and it has to go adjacent. So you know what? Let's do that. So we surround this, but we also want to try and do something here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe we should occupy. So place it adjacent to one or more locations. At the beginning of a turn, if you cannot place a location anywhere on the map, you must occupy. If there's only one card in the deck, you must occupy, even if there's a walker on the location. You cannot occupy any location with the last... If you can't, with the last card, discard it and proceed to scoring. Oh, when I placed this, I was able to do a look, and a look lets me look what's on the other side of this card or the bottom card. So, I mean, let's see what's on the back of this. So we know that's coming up. That's trash. And I mean, there's a captain on there. We could try to sort of place it in a way if I just pull this out. Yeah. Because I could kind of just throw it like over here. This one, it didn't say I had to spawn a walker at all. I just have to place it. So there's that. But the location itself is not anything fancy. I'm thinking. Yeah, this is tricky. Interesting. I can't go there. Can't be adjacent to that. Yeah, I need more people at this location. Oh, this is really not very good now that I look at it. So that card is going out as a location, I think. Let's do that. So this one's going to come out as a location for my next action. So again, when we're placing this, it's just anywhere. So next to an occupant specifically, it says. So what do I need to try and surround here? Okay. Now, flipping this one, because this was a trash card anyway, so we're gonna, oh gosh. But now I have to place it with the spawn there, so spawning a walker. I'm trying to do a surround here, so I could do this. Now, in doing this, yeah, I could do a look action. I don't know if I really need to, though. Became adjacent. Okay, so this one did not become adjacent, so I don't get to do that one. It was the card itself, not the ability. So what are we saying in the chat here? Jeremiah, I just wasn't able to follow past season 2, I think, and I just never got back to it. You know, and I did hear that too for some people. It was a lot. I mean, I watch a lot of these shows that have been on for a long time, so I hear you 100%. And Evil Turnip, it's been a few years, so memory of why we stopped may be a bit foggy. Things were really bleak, but there previously was kind of hope in the show, but not so much after that point. Yeah, maybe that's it. It just got really dark and dredgy a little bit. I don't know. And I think a lot of people connected to some of the characters, so when they just indiscriminately, like, decided to do things to them, it was like, okay, but why? You know? So yeah, I hear you. Right. So I flipped that one. Okay, so this one is, if placed adjacent to a walker, do not spawn more walkers. Huh. Interesting. I could put it here, actually. That's great, because then I don't have to spawn a walker. Ha, ha, ha. I mean, I do need to sort myself out here, because it's not looking so hot, but yeah. All right. We have a highway, although I think I need more peoples to do. So let's flip the card to its occupant side and place it adjacent to one or more locations. All right. Let's see. Yoink. Okay. Okay. I need to surround. So I can put it on any location, which is nice. Ideally, if I put it here, let me just slide this over a little bit. Boop. There we go. That was the card I just had. And that is pretty good, because then that's a captain. Got an extra person. This has 2x. Oh, no. I'm not scoring anything for this location. That's terrible. Are you kidding me right now? Hold on. No, I'll get 1 point. So this double whammy here is going to knock out these two, but I'll get a point for the captain. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. But it's the best option. That's terrible. Okay, all this is going way worse. Now I see why it's so much harder. Oh. So what's a show y'all are watching now? And we're talking about The Walking Dead, but is there anything you're like, you know what? I'm into this, whether it's zombie things. I know Last of Us 2 is coming out. I really should play the game. I've played the first one. I haven't played the second one. I have it. Just haven't played it. Okay, so the next, let me see here, the next card. Oh, anime. You know, back in the day, that was the thing. I used to watch a lot of it. Like, I'm talking old, like, long time ago, but I have not watched it lately. Is there one that you're like, if Mandy, you need to watch it, that you think I should watch? I'm always curious, because I know my brothers and my nephews, and they all love it, but yeah, I don't know. Sorry, so if there are no leaders placed here, promote one to a leader. Okay, I kind of want to place this. And, of course, I'm missing another 3-pointer. Like, what is my problem today? Jeez. So I'm going to do this. But this flips. And now remember, has to be, I have to do this. Great. But a leader goes there. That's not terrible, but that goes there. I mean, that's not terrible. Childcat, I just watched through all 3 seasons of The Traitors. Okay, is that on one of the streaming services like Netflix or something like this? I don't think I've even heard of it. Yeah, I'm curious. Because I'm always like, I work from home. Sometimes I like having a show on. So it's nice to just get through some shows, but making it fun. So that'd be cool. All right. So I have the suburbs, which gives me a person. So this location adds a person, which is nice. So yeah. But where do I want to put you? I need to put this person. So if I do a location, which I think I should do, because then I can add this. I can do a burn. This will burn a card. I kind of want to burn this piece of trash because it's really bad. Okay, I like this. That's my plan. So we're going to do this. So I get to do that. And then this one flips. Well, this is going to happen as well. So I don't know when the abilities happen. It says each turn. That became... Okay, so technically, I'm going to burn this one. I can't place anything here anyway. This has to be placed over here. But I will burn this. But this flips. And it has to be adjacent to this. And remember, it has to be this. So this has to go like that. Okay, I mean, I don't love it, but it's not terrible. The burn, however, I believe just goes back in the deck from the map to the top or bottom of the deck. Okay, there we go. So, oh, it could have gone on the top? Wait, hold on. Return any card from the map to the top or bottom of the deck. Oh, wait now. Hold on. No, we're going to do that. Because I want those 2 points. Okay, let's see. What are we watching here? I'm a reality TV girly. It was Crave. Okay, yeah, I have Crave. Okay. Traders. Oh, I do know that show. Yeah. I do know it. Sorry, now that you say it's reality, yes, I do know it. I've also been watching with my mom. It's called Alone. She's like obsessed. It's like these people who go out in like random woods and like there's Vancouver. It's not even just in Canada, like it's all over the world. And they have to, there's like 10 of them or 7 of them. And then they have to stay out there until there's only one person standing, but you're all in separate locations. And it's literally survivor mode. You have to build your own shelter. You got to catch your own food. Like people are like, tap out. They're like, I can't, like, whether there's animals, like there are bears out there. Like, listen, I've come in contact with a bear. They are very quiet and yes, scary. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. So I used to watch Naked and Afraid. She loves it, but now she's on to Alone. So Alone is on Crave. That's why I thought of it, Shellcat. That one's been pretty good. But I also see in the chat, right, Shellcat, the woods are for animals and other people. I mean, I live kind of in the woods a little bit, and I've lived in the woods before, but yeah, like when you start getting to deep woods, you know, I remember my little bear thing. What is it? If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, say goodnight. And it's fairly accurate. Like, brown bears, grizzly bears, they're scary. I have not come in contact, just the black bears. They're more... you know, a little scared of people. And then one guy had to leave because of wolves. He was freaking out. And I'm like, to be fair, I would be freaking out too. Wolves don't usually hunt alone, so you know there's more than one. Anyway, that's a whole... Oh, all right. Someone's at the door, it seems. Severance, I see Evil Turnip was talking about. So, I watched the first season of Severance. It's not a bad show. Let's be clear. I just don't know if I get it. I started watching the second season. I'm like, let me just give it a fair shake. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't had the feeling to go back to it. I don't know. It didn't do it for me, but I know people love it. And it is a good show. It's just, I just don't know if it's for me. So I'll give it another go. Let's see what happens. But maybe. Slivers. Bears aren't bad. Moose, on the other hand. Oh. At least you have a chance with bear. A moose is not playing around. Like, not playing at all. I have also seen a moose. And when people are like, oh, let's get close. I'm like, do you value your life? You don't play with moose. As people, I mean, as someone who lives in Canada, and I've seen my fair share of moose, they don't play. Absolutely, Slivers, I agree with you. Okay, so Jeremiah Bob's like, I'm in the dead middle of Severance 2 and haven't moved forward. Okay, so I started, 1 was fine. 2, I found a little boring for Severance in season 2 so far. And I've only watched maybe the first episode or second episode. I don't know. Should I keep going with it? What are your thoughts? Okay, so this is the card that's on top. I kind of want to put it out because it's going to give us 2, but I have to surround it. I cannot put it here. That doesn't work. I have to put it where it's not adjacent to another location. This now makes this game make a lot more sense. I was like, it's way too easy. I could put it here. It says walkers here are doubled. Great. So that sucks, I guess. It says place it next to one or more occupants specifically. So, well, I could put it here. There's an occupant there. I could also put it here. But it's going to get... I don't even know, but I want it. Okay, so we'll put it here. But now I got to flip this. And this has to go adjacent. So, no, it can't go like that. It has to go like this or underneath of this location, which I could do. Sorry, everybody, this game is like and I don't really want to zoom out much more than this. Yoink. Okay. Let's see. So I could do that, or I could just put it here, which I think I'm kind of inclined to do. Now it's double icon, so I really need to step it up there. This is nice. This is a captain. Any human on the top edge of this location becomes a walker. Well, I obviously cannot place it there. It's so bad. What are y'all saying here? Slivers, and for those not in Canada unaware, moose are much bigger than you think they are. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have explained that. Moose are huge. When you're driving at night, I kid you not, and the light of your car is shining, all you see are legs. So they're very tall. They're kind of weird looking, actually, if you think about it. Because they're like legs, like a potato, a very large potato on legs with big antlers. Very, cool, but from a distance. Like, I kid you not. Like, they're up there with, like, very scary. Like, they do not care. They will come for you, and I don't blame them. Hey, we're in there. We're living in their world, right? Okay, I want to place this out, but this sucks. Sort of. Because I could put it here. At the top here. I mean, and then, but then I have to place something. Oh gosh, I don't know. Let's do that. We're going to flip this because we're nearing the end of it anyway. Yeah. So I have to, it says any human on the top becomes a walker, but I can in fact do this, which I will zoom a little bit out for this. There we go. Y'all are seeing all the cables and fun things. There we go. And we have one more card, which I'll probably just flip. I'm trying to surround this. It's not going to happen. This, I just completely forgot about that, apparently. That's the last card. And I could... Whoops. Yeah, this is really not great. Oh, that's overrun if I put that there. But these will cancel each other out. Oh, this is terrible. Mistakes were made. That'll be overrun. Okay, now I realize my problem. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, I'm gonna do this. The lesser of two evils. I don't know. I just don't know. All right, let's put those there. And no, there are not dice in the game. These were just here from an RPG that I was recording. But we'll leave them there. Jeremiah, I've never seen a moose in real life. Oh, it's an experience. But I've seen pictures and I can't believe they are real. Right? They look like cartoons. Literally like Rocky and Bullwinkle. That is like what you think of. They don't look like a real animal because they're so awkward. Awkward, tall, and a little weird. Wow, I feel like I'm describing myself. I don't know. Okay, Evil Terms, you're Canadian as well. Okay, awesome. Hey-oh, welcome. I mean, everyone's welcome here, but Canadian. Moose have filled nature's niche from dinosaurs. It's so true. Anytime you see animals that are interesting looking, I shouldn't say odd or weird. Interesting looking. That is a very good way to look at it. They're just like, I mean, I could see why people are like, oh, we just want to say hi because you're so interesting. But they're like, nah, I'm good. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Okay, we finally finished this game after I played it right the second time. I'm so sorry, everybody. And this is how you're going to score. So we want to look at locations that are surrounded for points. As you can see, I did a very poor job of that. We're also going to count leaders and then any surviving people at the location. You're like, how do I know? If there are walkers there, you cancel out, you take a walker and cancel out an occupant and then see what you're left with. If you have too many walkers at a location, that's -1 per. Now, of course, you think I would have a piece of paper handy. I don't. Oh, I do. I'm so smart sometimes here. All right, here we go. So let's kind of start in certain areas here. Let's look at locations. So looking at this location here, we have a leader and we have a person. Unfortunately, this walker cancels out that one, so we only have the leader, which is still worth 1 point. Okay. Pardon me. So the next location we'll move to is this one. This one has a leader, but it has 2 people, and I think, let me just double check here, 1 point per survivor in addition to that. So 1 point for that, plus 1 point per survivor at the same location. I mean, that's great. So these are 1 point on their own. So that's 3 on their own, and then 4, 5. So I got 5 for that one. I mean, I'm not mad at it. This location, terrible, because this cancels this, nothing. And this isn't surrounded. Wow, this is bad. And I also didn't surround that, so I also didn't get points for that. This location just has the leader, so it's a point. I mean, that could be worse. This location canceled out. And I should be reading these too, just to make sure. Okay, just double checking. Okay, so that's fine. This one here said if there were no leaders placed, they get promoted, the person. So they get promoted to die because there are no other people at this location, so they cancel each other out, so I get nothing. Here, I have a leader, but I have 2 of these, so 1 kills him, and then I guess the other one comes along and eats what's remaining. So I actually get -1 point here. Ugh, wow, this is very bad. Okay, and that was for this location. This location, I don't think we did yet. No, because I didn't count this yet. We have a leader, and we do have a walker, and we have an occupant. We have 2 occupants. So let's just say this and this cancels each other out. So I get a point for them, a point for that's 2, and then an extra point because the leader gives me that extra point. So it's 3 points. And then this last location here is not surrounded, so I do not unfortunately get those 2 points. And this is overrun because this cancels this, and I'm left with 1. Oh, actually more than that because it says walkers here are doubled, so actually this matters. Each X counts as 2. So technically 2, 4, -1, 3. Wow, that's -3 points. So that just negated those last points that I got. That was so bad, everybody. Ugh. So let's cross those out. Dang, cross those out. Okay, so I finished with a whopping 6 points. What does that mean for me, you say? Let's see. Final score, 0 to 10. This is the beginning of the end. If I had just kept my other game, I would have done so much better. But I was cheating, everybody. So there you go. That is The Walking Dead Surrounded. If you popped in for the second half, you're great. If you're here for both, this is the correct way to play, not the first way. And as I said before, there is a scenario book, so you can go through it, and you can change the levels from, like, hard to light to easy. I mean, I shouldn't say that. In video games, I'll play it sometimes on story mode, and then I'll amp it up to, like, normal. I am not the person to play things in, like, hardcore mode. I just, respect for you if you do that. It's just not my thing. The scenarios is an example. It'll say at a standard level, surround 2 locations that have gas can containers, so stuff like this. And then hard mode is surround 2 gas can locations, and those locations must not be overrun. So not only must you surround it, you can't have it overrun. And then an expert is surrounding 2 gas can locations, and each of those locations must have at least 1 remaining leader and 1 remaining survivor. So you would have to have a remaining leader and a remaining survivor and have it surrounded. Yeah, that's a little hardcore for me. Great and challenging, not for me. So yeah, we're on the other mic, the other camera, doing the things. So I don't know, what'd y'all think of that one? I like it. It's tough, but fun. And so those are the types of games that I like to play solo. I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but that works for me. I'm into that. Some solo games is just a little too much for me to manage. My ADHD just can't handle it. So I just get too distracted. So Look at that. I managed to pull that off. I played that game real quick with purpose at the end there, and our whole conversation of Moose, maybe I just thought of the last one I saw, and it was a little scary, so I was like, "Oh my gosh, hurry up, do the thing." So that's probably what happened. But, yeah. So, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I saw no one tried to convince me to continue with Severance, so I'm thinking I probably shouldn't. I don't know. Got quiet when I asked. So I'm thinking no, but the trader I know. Oh, there's another show I wanted to tell you all before I leave. What was it called? It's on Netflix. It's like The Millionaire. Okay, it's a reality show. I started watching with my mom. And they give money, like there's this money that goes to somebody like secretly in the house, and then they all have to like and the millionaire has to do certain things that they get like tasks they have to do without being found out that they're the millionaire, but then there are ways to like pass the money to somebody else, but you have to do these tasks in order to do it anyway, but without being suspicious. Like one of the tasks was this person who was the millionaire had a list of like 4 songs, one of them being like Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and you had to like interject in like a conversational way, like not make it obvious it's a song or anything without people being like, that's weird. Why would they say that? Anyway, and you have to survive the elimination. So it's dumb, but we were into it. And what is Slivers? You mistake me for someone who watches anything? That's fair. I actually don't watch a lot of TV, but when I'm working, I have it on an iPad while I'm working. So, ADHD superpower, you can do like multiple things at the same time. Watching or listening to a show and working is one of them. Except video game cutscenes, right? Exactly. Because it's interesting. There you go. See, you have Twitch on while working. Exactly that. If it's interesting, you can find the ways to focus. And a lot of my work is, I find I'm like motivated because I got to do a lot of typing and stuff. So I'm not currently teaching a lot right now. So, and Jeremiah Blub saying, why does that sound like the saying, if I'm a millionaire, I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs. But as a reality show, oh, that's pretty smart, actually. But that's literally it. And you know who plays the host? That is a really good insight, Jeremiah Blob. I didn't even think about this. And the host is, okay, did you ever watch the movie Couples Retreat with Vince Vaughn? I'm trying to think of the people that were in there. Marley, oh, what's her last name? Ackerman? There are a few people you would recognize 100% in there. Oh, I think Chris, what's his name? Oh my gosh, my memory. He was in The Ozarks. Bateman. Jason Bateman's in it. There are a few of them. Anyway, the guy who was in when he worked at the hotel and they were playing Guitar Hero. They wanted directions, Vince Vaughn and their crew of like how to get to a certain island. And they had to like play each other in order to see who could win the bet. Anyway, the guy who played the person he won against, so I guess he was like the hotel person that led the whole sessions. He's the host. So I don't know. I feel like he looks great, but I'm like, gosh, I'm getting older. Everybody that I remember looking a certain way or being a certain way when I was younger, I'm like, gosh, everyone's my age now. It's a little depressing. But anyway, I just thought that was a fun little thing. I don't know. But anyway, all right. This is where I gotta leave you. I have a meeting, potentially. I don't think it's with the new director, but work, work, work. Have a wonderful weekend, all of you. Please stay out of trouble. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll be back on Sunday with Split Fiction with Brian. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.